Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe's Classic Video Games back with another really cool arcade game video for you this evening. This is actually a pinball machine, Gottlieb's Sinbad. This was a Gottlieb System 1 game, so this was shortly after they went from electromechanical games to solid state games. Their famous System 1 first system. Get it? And we've talked on, I think we've done another System 1 before, but everybody kind of knows the story, or if you don't, I'll go through it real quick. Basically, Gottlieb was reluctant to make solid state digital games because they were doing so well with their electromechanical games. So for instance, we've got this Jet Spin right here, which is one of their EM games, and they were rocking and rolling. This would have been, check this out, 1977. Well, shortly after this, they switched over to the solid state stuff, and they were kind of reluctant to do it, so they kind of got a late start on that. I don't think they made any solid state games till 78, when Bally had already done it, Stern had already done it, and Williams had already done it. So they were kind of last of the major pinball manufacturers to go digital. And they hired Rockwell to design the board set, which was a company that had contracts with NASA, etc. So they thought that that would be a really good way to quickly get a board set done that was integrated circuit based, you know, CPU based, instead of the old relay technology that the electromechanical games had. And Rockwell didn't do them right, basically. They used these strange chips on the board called spider chips, and there was a problem where they didn't really protect the inputs from the driver board, etc., etc. So anyway, what happened was the boards easily got damaged. Over the years, they were damaged by battery. There was a battery mounted on the bottom of the board. So over the years, they were damaged by that battery. But even before that, back in the day, they would have problems where a coil would lock on, or short to the switch matrix or something like that, and it would burn up one of these spider chips on the main board. Well, when it did that, those things were really expensive, hard to find, even hard to change because they have so many legs on them. Just kind of weird looking. So that just had a lot of problems. And then the other thing that was going on was the System 1 games really looked a lot like an EM. So they were kind of simple. The actual architecture of the system didn't have all that many lights that it could use, didn't have all that many switches that it could use, and more importantly, didn't have that many solenoids that it could use. So like for instance on this game, this is Sinbad. On this game, you've got two pop bumpers. Notice you don't even have any kicking rubbers down above the flippers. So you've got two pop bumpers that, now that I think of it, aren't even computer controlled. The pop bumper, the way it works is you hit the switch underneath it and it just immediately, I may be wrong about that, I don't know, but I don't think they're computer controlled. I think the switch itself actually makes the pop bumper work. But they've got one set of drop targets over here, one set over here, and one set over here, and that's your only three coils that they're using on the playfield, which kind of hurt them because the Bally's were more complex, the Williams games were certainly more complex, and even the Stern games were more complex. So they did not do that well with System 1. Now, time has moved on, and it's now decades later, and some people are finding a newfound respect for these games because while they may not be as complex as some of the other systems, the electronic part of it, they have designed a new game board for them. So basically you can get one of these, repair the power supply, repair the driver board, repair the playfield, and put a brand new CPU in it, which is what we've done in this one. So you don't have to worry about the unreliability of the original one. Things like the displays, those are the original displays. They run at a low voltage, so they don't really mess up that often. Whereas on the Bally's and the Sterns and the Williams, those displays burn up after a while, so you have to buy new displays, etc. On these, usually you can get away with using the old displays. You can usually get away with using the old driver board. You can usually get away with using the old sound card. This particular one has chimes in it, so it was one of the early ones. But with that new CPU in it, they're pretty reliable, and they're neat. You know, I mean, they're a Gottlieb. Gottliebs are, you know, they had a long run there of making some really cool games. So a game like this, once you get that new board in there and you've worked through it like we have them on this one, usually they're fairly reliable. So this will probably be a pretty good game for somebody's collection, home game room. But it's cool getting into System 1s and just working through them, because it's really a product of the late 70s for sure. So I just noticed a couple lights aren't lighting up. It's bugging me. You see them? Ugh. Let's see if maybe I'm just seeing things. It's just that one. That one's not lighting up. What's up with that, folks? So I have to get on there and see what that is. But it's a cool older game. 1978, I would assume. It doesn't say there. Let's find it here. Boom, boom, boom. Usually it says somewhere on the playfield. It's the manufacturer's certificate, but no date on it. I believe it's 78. I don't know that for sure, but I believe it is. But anyway, check out the back glass. They certainly did a great job on that. The cool blue Futura, I believe they called them, displays. It's just it's a display, and then they've got a blue piece kind of silk screened onto the back glass, so it makes everything look blue. Got this big ram's head up here, and a Cauldron of Fire. You get Sinbad's swords above each player. Oh, above and below each player score. Down here you got this large serpent. You've got this lady, I don't know who she is. A sorceress, I suppose. We put a little flashing bulb behind her finger because it just looks so cool. Sometimes you have to do things, folks, because it looks so cool. And then you've got this bull minotaur, I guess that would be. Is that what it's called? Minotaur? Got this minotaur creature here. More swords around that player score. You've got Sinbad himself here. The artwork on the Gottliebs, in my opinion, was always strong up until the 80s, and it got a little crazy. But 50s, 60s, 70s, all the Gottliebs look good. You've got this lady here who has a little leprosy going on there. Sometimes these back glasses, whenever they start flaking, for whatever reason, they always flake the women's skin tones first. So you always get the ladies looking like they've got some kind of skin disease going on. But other than that, it's a fairly good back glass, so we kind of left it. Gottlieb Sinbad, check it out. Alright, so let's read over the rules, and then we'll play it a little bit, and you can judge for yourself if this game's a dog or if it's good. This was, I believe, the best-selling System 1 game. Sinbad instructions: 1, 2, 3, or 4 players. There are 3 balls per player. Insert coin and or press credit button to reset machine. Repeat for additional players. There you go. Drop target, score 3,000 points. Lights corresponding rollovers and targets, and increases bonus value. So, alright, so you got drop targets everywhere on this game. If you like drop targets, here's a good one for you. And Gottlieb was famous for their nice drop targets. They worked really well, which was a problem. The Williams ones didn't always work all that great. The Bally ones were pretty good, and the Stern ones were kind of a copy of the Bally ones. But the Gottlieb drop targets were considered, you know, the standard. So they had a patent on them, so you couldn't make it just like the Gottlieb ones. So the Williams ones, for instance, were made differently and didn't work very well. So I don't know how they worked when they were new, because I didn't play them when they were new, and you can rebuild them now and make them work pretty good, but they had issues. But these Gottlieb ones, no issues, folks. So you've got these 4 drop targets over here. You've got this one over here that's white. you've got these 2 here, and then you've got these 3 here. So I guess every time you go through, this is a spinner here, I guess every time you go through that, it advances the bonus. Add bonus. Alright, so drop targets score 3,000 points, lights corresponding rollovers and targets, and increases bonus value. So I don't know which particular ones that it lights. We'll see whenever we go through it. Hitting with a white drop target. Oh, they're telling you right here. I'm an idiot. Hitting the white drop target lights the 2 times bonus. Hitting the white and yellow drop targets lights the 3 times bonus value. Hitting the white, yellow, and purple drop targets lights the 4 times bonus value. Very nice. And so those bonus multipliers are right here. Bonus multipliers. So basically, if you at the end of your ball, you're up to 5,000 on the bonus, it'll give you 5,000, and then if you've got 2 times lit up, it'll count 5,000 twice. Blah 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 blah. If you've got 5,000 lit up, 5 times lit up, it'll count 5,000 5 times at the end of the ball. Completing all drop targets lights 5 times bonus, resets all drop targets, and scores the bonus as indicated. Ooh, very nice. So if you get all the drop targets, it goes ahead and gives you the bonus and the 5 times the bonus, and you keep your ball. Very nice, and it resets the drop target so you can do it again. So this is essentially definitely a drop target game. Swinging target, that's an interesting way of putting it, and rollover buttons score 100 points and add advance. 5 advances adds 1 bonus and 1,000 points. Alright, so this is what they're calling the swinging target, which everybody else called a spinner. But you notice it's a real thick one and everything. So I guess maybe what they're saying is that if you hit it, you don't necessarily get a ton of points because it'll go around a few times, but it doesn't go crazy like a regular spinner. And like all companies, I don't know if the camera will catch it, but like all companies, they put an image on the front and the back so that whenever it spins around, you see both at the same time. The old flip book trick that it's really cool. So on that one, it crosses swashbuckling swords like Sinbad might use. All right, bonus is scored and features reset after each ball in play. Tilt does not disqualify a player, making special scores 1 extra ball, maximum 1 ball per ball in play. So there we go. So that it said swinging target and rollover button score 100 points and add an advance. 5 advance adds 1 bonus and 1,000 points. So basically, every time that target goes around 5 times, you walk up to here and it adds a bonus up the ladder. And you've got the same thing over here, these 4 rollover buttons going up to the top. This thing has nice art on the playfield. Oh, another thing about the playfield, the Gottlieb ones held up pretty decent. If this was a Williams, it would be worn slap out, but it's still in pretty decent shape. They use some kind of different finish on it, but the Gottlieb System 1s, usually whenever you get them, they're in pretty decent shape, like this one is. Not perfect, but decent. So there he is. Nice art. So I will get the tripod and I'll fix that one light bulb before it drives me crazy, and we'll set it up and we'll try it out. Be back in a few. Alright folks, what a cool game. So basically you're trying to get as many of the drop targets as you can, as often as you can. Now this is a brand new board like we mentioned, so a couple things. There is a ball save on this. You probably won't be able to see it, it's just barely out of the camera, but there's a ball save right here. It says same player shoots again. Since we have that new game board, that's built in, so for the first 6 or 7 seconds you can't lose the ball. If you lose it, you get another ball. And check it out, I fixed the light bulb. Bloop, bloop. And then also up here at the top, there's these 4 rollovers. See the lights that just lit up? When you start the ball, since this is a brand new game board, with new software. Whenever you start, one of those will be lit up. That's your skill shot. So they actually added a skill shot to the Gottlieb System 1s. The original System 1 board, which we get in from time to time, but usually if it's a System 1, we go ahead and put the brand new board in it anyway, even if the old board's working, because if you have any problems, they're very hard to fix because you can't find the spider chips for them. But all of these lights lighting up in the attract mode like this, that's something that they added in that new board. The original System 1 games with the original board didn't do all of this attract stuff where the lights do their thing and everything. It would just have like one light on and it would just stay there until you put a quarter in, which is kind of sad. But anyway, we'll try it out a little bit, see what kind of score I can get. Oh, I forgot about the skill shot. I missed it. So as you can see, the light's still blinking at the bottom. The ball save is on. Slid it right past me. All right. Skill shot time again. Come on. Oh, I missed it big time. Nope, maybe not. Nope. Yep, missed it. I'm trying to shoot for the drop targets. And how about those chimes, man? Chimes are awesome. It sounds like one of them slightly loose. That's why you're hearing that kind of plate sound. Oh, popcorn. Okay. Oh! All right. So that time I got 141,000. That's my first game. We can beat that. Same player shoots again. All right, it's saving my ball. Very cool. Oh man, that's one problem with four flipper games. Look, it creates a hole, so you can lose the ball by scissoring it through the flipper. But that's not a flaw of the game. That's a design of the game. They did that to make it different. Each game has ways to lose the ball. You'll notice that it's a lot harder on this one to lose the ball through the out hole. I mean through the out lanes. Okay. Oh man, I gotta stop doing that. That's a pretty good little ball, though. Sometimes whenever I play, I try to like kind of catch the ball a little bit, but on this one you can't really do that because as soon as you do that, it goes through the hole. Oh, missed my skill shot. All right, that time it was even worse. I got 103,000. Nice action on the pop bumpers, really. Nice little bank shot that just slid by that first drop target there a second ago. That was awesome. Oh. Come on, bounce over here and get that red one. Come on now. Whoa. All right, that's pretty good. I got 83,000 on my first ball. That's my best first ball yet. I need to start getting that skill shot a little more. I'm gonna actually try next time. Did it save it? Yeah, it saved it. Just in the nick of the time. Oh, I forgot to try the skill shot then. All right, come on. Oh, nope, no skill shot. I looped the loop. Right down the middle, folks. All right, I did a little better that time. I got 171,000. All right, we'll try it one more time. Tough. Boy, those Gottlieb drop targets work great, though. Look how quick they like just reset and perfect, and they look good. Love those Gottlieb drop targets. I keep forgetting about the skill shot. I think I finally got it though. All right, so that was 133. This is going to be the last game. I'm going to do really well this time. Power of positive thinking. All right, so there's my skill shot. Nope. That's good. Oh no! Thought I had a good one going there, but it didn't work out that way. Skill shot, that helps. Basically, you got to be careful with that right flipper because that hole between the two right flippers is vicious. You got to make sure that ball is all the way on there before you hit that button. All right, I got to make this one count, folks. Oh, missed it. If you missed the skill shot, does that mean you have no skill? Saved it. I love those chimes, man. The Gottlieb chimes are awesome. Oh. 171,000. I thought I'd do better than that. But there you go. That is Gottlieb's Sinbad, 1978. Fun game, in my opinion. But I like all the system ones. I don't think I played one yet that I didn't like. They just look cool. I like they look very 70s-ish. So they're kind of like slightly more flashy EM games. And I liked all of the EM games, so why wouldn't I like it? You can't play one thinking that, you know, comparing it to a game with ramps and all that stuff. It's a different game. It's like, you know, checkers is fun. It's not as complicated as chess, but checkers is still fun, right? Same thing with this. It's a fun game, especially if you read the rules and try to do what you're supposed to do in the rules. So now, by the time you see Gottlieb Sinbad, he may have ran off to somebody else's house. This thing may not be available anymore. But you can see all the games that we do have available right now, usually arcade games, but we keep in a couple pinball machines usually, on our website. Go to lionsarcade.com and check out the selection. We've got prices, pictures, descriptions of everything on there. And that's even if you're watching years from now. Go check it out. It'll still be there. You can see what we've got in now. Now, if you're local, you can stop by and see us in person. We're in downtown Rock Hill, South Carolina, which is about 15 minutes south of Charlotte, North Carolina. And we've got a whole building full of games for sale at all times. Now, if you're not local and you're not looking to buy an arcade game and you don't like our website, well, that's fine. Just subscribe to us here on YouTube. And every time we film a video of one of these games, just to show you what these cool old machines are like once we get them working again, it will email you and tell you, hey, lucky subscriber, there is a new arcade game video out. So subscribe to us below the video, and we will see you next time.